I wasn't planning on making a video for you guys today. That's why I'm dressed the way I am. However, I heard it was snowing, so let me show you what it actually looks like when it snows in Winston-Salem. Alright guys, if we haven't met before, my name is Ramon Labelli. I'm a local realtor in the Triad, and I make videos about moving to the Winston-Salem area, so if that's something you might enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to leave me a comment to let me know where you're watching this video from. So January is definitely going to be the colder and the snowiest month in the winter in the Winston-Salem area. While I drive around and show you guys the snow, I figured I'd throw some random facts at you. Now, obviously, Winston-Salem is known to be more of a moderate kind of climate, so colds never get too cold. The summer never gets too hot. I mean, there's obviously way colder and way hotter places. That's one of the reasons I think that Winston-Salem and North Carolina in general is a real hidden gem for people. And as you can see, this supposed to be snow is kind of more of a wintry mix. We got some fat snowflakes, but a lot of moisture mixed between them. And some of the grassy areas are starting to see a little bit of, snow kind of form together, but I don't think it's gonna stick. The record snowfall in Winston-Salem was back in 1927, and it was 16 inches. And obviously that's an extreme. On average, like I said before, we usually get about 6 inches of snow, and that's not all at one time. I mean, that's accumulation. If we got 6 inches in one day or in one snowfall, I mean, that would be catastrophic for us here. We can barely drive. My wife is actually at the grocery store, at the local food line is what we call it here in our area. Our grocery store here, and she said everyone's buying the milk and bread, which kind of tracks for what happens when it snows. I just thought I'd add that in there because it's funny. I don't know if that happens where you live, but anything that snows or is going to be icy or any kind of weather, everyone goes and buys milk and bread. The most snowfall that we've had more recently was in 2018 when we actually had 12 inches. Accumulation of a couple days of snow, and I remember that was insane. That was, schools were canceled for a long time, but that's again an extreme, and that made news. That people still talk about that to this day, so don't expect that. Honestly, it's one of those things where people will say, oh yeah, it snowed, and you're like, it must have happened while I was at work or something, because I didn't even see a snowflake. Every now and then you do, you'll see the snow. Like, for example, today, it's unfortunately not exactly a winter wonderland that I was hoping to show you guys, which is really, really rare here. The earliest in the year that snow has appeared has been November, right before it gets real cold. And then April, we had a really, historically speaking, we had snow in April previously. But typically, like I said, January, maybe February, but that's about it for us. The average low for December in the Winston-Salem area is about 34, usually nighttime. January is the coldest month that we have. The average temperature that you'll see, the average low is 31 degrees, and then it goes back up in February to about 32. And that kind of correlates with the amount of snow that we normally get, or the time frames rather, when we get snow in this area. If you're enjoying this random video that I just decided on spontaneously to do, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment where you're watching this video from and how much snow you get in your neck of the woods. Honestly, I was looking for an excuse because my wife had me doing my honey-do list around the house, and I saw it was snowing, and people started texting me, and I was like, oh, I gotta go do a video, honey. I gotta go do this video. Hopefully she doesn't watch this video. But yeah, as you can see, very, very wet snow, very... it's rainy, it's a wintry mix. It's not exactly, what you picture in your head when you think about snow. Typically what happens is it'll snow, you'll see a little bit of accumulation, maybe less than an inch, quarter inch, and then, by the time the sun comes back out, it's all gone, it's melted. Still though, they will cancel school, they will cancel work. I think the bigger threat in our neck of the woods is probably going to be more so black ice. Because if, on average does get a little cold here, 31 the low, and, it goes back up during the day to 50s and 60s. But if it rains or snows and everything is wet, and then it gets to nighttime, and then it goes to 31, well, guess what? In the morning, we're going to have black ice. And black ice, honestly, if I was going to be worried about any kind of weather-related event in our neck of the woods in Winston-Salem, black ice is the one that I would worry about. I would not worry about the snow, because typically what I tell people when they ask me is I get a lot of Southwest, I get a lot of Florida. New Yorkers don't care. They laugh at this when they come down. But a lot of my Southwest people What I tell them is, like, a lot of times when it snows here, it's enough to play with, throw a snowball. Maybe you might have enough snow to build a snowman in your front yard if you're lucky. But man, that snowman is not going to be around for long, because before you know it, it is going to be melted away the next day or later that day if the sun comes back out. And that's typically how it goes. So if you've been holding back from moving to the Winston-Salem area, or maybe North Carolina in general, because like, oh, it snows, I don't want to be in the snow, I don't know how to drive in the snow, I hope this goes to show you. Our snow is not crazy. This is the first snow of the year. I think we might have had a little bit of snow at the end of last year, but it was just like, it didn't stick. We didn't see, any kind of snowmen or snowballs or anything anywhere. Wintry mix is more so what you can expect typically, I would say. And yeah, don't let that stop you. Super quick video for you guys today. Like I said, don't mind the way I'm dressed. I was not planning on doing a video for you guys, but I hope you enjoyed the content. Hit that like button, subscribe, share this video with a friend who may be thinking about moving to the Winston-Salem area, to show them that, hey, listen, snow is not that big of a deal. Don't watch any of my competitors' videos because they are lying to you. I'm just kidding, that's a joke, but obviously I'm the best agent in town, self-promotion here. So make sure you give me a follow, call me if you have any questions. Numbers should be on the screen, and I can't wait to see you in next week's video.